Built on a proud heritage of elegant design, sumptuous appointments, and performance vigor, the Chrysler New Yorker Landau has been a potent force in the luxury car market since its introduction. With styling refinements and significant additions in standard equipment for 1989, the New Yorker Landau is certain to continue its success in this segment. In this program, we'll match up New Yorker Landau against Oldsmobile 98 Regency Brougham, Buick Electra Limited, and Mercury Grand Marquis LS. In every case, you'll see that the New Yorker Landau comes out on top. I'm Lowell James.
And I'm Kurt Miner. Welcome to Chrysler's 1989 Video Competitive Comparison Series.
The goal of this program is to help you prepare to show your customers New Yorker Landau's superior value. It's not just the obvious choice, it's the only choice.
Right. In an effort to keep things fair and objective, I'll be playing devil's advocate whenever I can throughout this program and challenging Lowell's points on New Yorker Landau's strengths, just as one of your own prospects might.
So let's get started. Just pick which car you'd like to compare with New Yorker Landau from the menu you'll see in a moment, and push the corresponding button.
We'll see you later.
Here's a look at the 1989 New Yorker Landau.
And the Oldsmobile 98 Regency Brougham. Both compete in the large car market segment, traditionally dominated by General Motors.
See how the two vehicles fit into the large car segment on this marketing chart, how they're perceived through the eyes of buyers. Olds 98 Regency Brougham is positioned as more conservative and practical, while the New Yorker Landau is more expressive and distinctive.
Well, these are subtle marketing variations, nothing more than the impressions of potential buyers, but they're also very valuable to keep in mind. After all, sometimes it's an impression or a feeling that closes the sale.
View the informative segments in this comparison section. Or if you think you're ready to test your knowledge, take the Olds 98 Challenge. Select the subject that you'd like to review, or take the Olds 98 Challenge to test your knowledge. Please make your selection.
Would you like to take the Olds 98 Challenge now, or move on and view another informative segment? Please make your selection. Well, the challenge didn't cover the entire program. Review any parts you missed now. The Olds 98 Regency Brougham and New Yorker Landau are both large cars, competing for luxury-oriented buyers. But in important considerations, such as styling and warranty protection, the approach of these cars differs greatly.
The New Yorker Landau has a more expressive exterior design than the 98, more flair and spirit. Of course, it's a matter of opinion, but I'd say the New Yorker Landau has a more contemporary interpretation of what a luxury car's styling should say. The roofline is formal without being stodgy. The body lines are crisp and clean without being generic. Taken together, New Yorker Landau's refined yet modern appearance makes the kind of styling statement that many luxury car buyers are looking for.
And because the way a luxury car looks is an important factor in satisfying customers, Chrysler backs up the New Yorker Landau with a 7-year or 100,000-mile anti-corrosion protection. From under the skin to the exterior finish, that's a full year more than the 6-year 100,000-mile corrosion coverage offered on the Olds 98 Regency Brougham.
Olds 98 is a big car with a big trunk. New Yorker Landau is big too, and its trunk is slightly bigger, but there's not much of a story here.
In review, we've seen how the New Yorker Landau and Oldsmobile 98 Regency Brougham are both large cars with plenty of cargo space. But the styling of New Yorker Landau will be preferred by many buyers in this segment, as will the superior anti-corrosion warranty.
These advantages alone will often cause shopping prospects to decide on New Yorker Landau. A car's looks and performance can make a customer feel good about ownership. But if the car is incomplete, if the customer feels there are features that the car should have but doesn't, then a dissatisfied customer may be the result.
And few things are worse for business than unhappy customers. For instance, a power deck lid release is available on the Olds in an extra cost option package.
On New Yorker Landau, a remote-controlled power release rear deck lid is standard. That can be a real convenience, and a high level of convenience leads to customer satisfaction.
Okay, but most of the passenger area's dimensions are larger on Oldsmobile, and more room means more comfort.
True enough. But the Olds 98 is only slightly larger in some of its seating dimensions. And while power driver's seats are standard on both cars, on New Yorker Landau, both driver and passenger seats recline. That kind of feature has more to do with comfort than a half-inch here or there. On Olds 98, it cost extra. New Yorker Landau also features, as standard, an electric rear window defroster. And on Olds 98, that costs more. While Olds 98 offers dual remote control exterior mirrors, New Yorker Landau features dual power mirrors that are electrically heated. New Yorker Landau owners receive critical vehicle information at a glance from a standard electronic instrument cluster. It provides data both graphically and digitally.
On Olds 98, the standard instruments are analog dials and warning lamps. Electronic instrumentation costs extra.
It should be pretty clear that on a feature-to-feature basis, New Yorker Landau exceeds Olds in several important areas. The power deck lid, reclining passenger seat, electric rear window defroster, dual power remote heated mirrors, and electronic instrumentation. All are standard on New Yorker Landau.
And all are extra cost on the Olds 98. Power and getting power to the pavement is a prime factor in many people's opinions, so let's talk about the drive line. For starters, Olds 98 features a V6 engine and a 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission with front-wheel drive. Furthermore, Olds 98 features disc brakes up front and drums at the rear.
New Yorker Landau also features a V6 engine and front-wheel drive. And on New Yorker Landau, power gets to the wheels via a 4-speed ultra-drive transaxle, which is new and much more sophisticated than the Oldsmobile setup. In fact, ultra-drive is an industry leader.
Well, this type of comparison is typical. Sure, both cars have similar engines and transmissions, but New Yorker Landau is often going to have a superior approach. A warranty coverage, for example. Olds 98 offers 3 years or 50,000 miles on the powertrain, while New Yorker Landau offers a clear advantage with 7 years or 70,000 miles. As you can see, the New Yorker Landau features superior basic car and powertrain coverage. But even better, the Landau's coverage has no deductible for the life of the Crystal Key warranty, compared to the $100 deductible after 1 year or 12,000 miles for the Olds 98 Regency Brougham.
A state-of-the-art 4-speed electronic transaxle and superior powertrain warranty protection. These are important New Yorker Landau advantages your customers need to know about in order to make a well-informed purchase decision. The New Yorker Landau and Buick Electra Limited are both large luxury cars, as you can see here.
But in the eyes of the car-buying public, these two vehicles are perceived quite differently.
One look at a marketing chart shows just how differently. Buick Electra Limited is found centrally located. It's seen as being slightly more distinctive than practical, but it straddles the fence in between conservative and expressive.
New Yorker Landau is clearly positioned as more distinctive and expressive than this or the other competitors. That fact alone gives New Yorker Landau a distinct advantage over the Buick.
View the informative segments in this comparison section, or if you think you're ready to test your knowledge, take the Buick Electra Challenge. Select the subject that you'd like to review, or take the Buick Electra Challenge to test your knowledge. Please make your selection.
Would you like to take the Buick Electra Challenge now, or move on and view another informative segment? Please make your selection. The challenge didn't cover the entire program. Review any parts you missed now. Now let's take a look at the Buick in profile. It has nice, predictable lines. It looks frankly like a large GM car. Of course, that's just what it is. And it looks very similar to other large GM cars, like the Olds 98. It's tough to see where the Olds leaves off and the Buick begins. They're more than sisters, they're almost twins, or clones. Hardly what you'd call distinctive personalities. But there are many more things that make it like its Oldsmobile sister than those that make it different.
In a side-by-side comparison with New Yorker Landau, Buick styling can't approach Chrysler's distinctive personality. The concealed headlamps, the rake of the windshield, the formal roof line. It's a personal luxury car that stands out from the crowd.
And where Electra offers 6 years or 100,000 miles in rust-through protection, New Yorker Landau provides 7 years or 100,000 miles. That's up to a full year extra. And finally, both cars have roomy trunks, with a slight advantage going to New Yorker Landau. Now, let's summarize what we've seen so far. First off, while both the Buick Electra Limited and New Yorker Landau compete in the large luxury car market, their approaches differ significantly.
New Yorker Landau's distinctive styling contrasts sharply to Electra's look-alike design, and New Yorker Landau has a clear advantage in corrosion protection.
When fully informed of these advantages, many customers will agree that New Yorker Landau is the car best suited to fill their needs.
Looking over the interior features of both cars shows that there's a lot of features that Chrysler includes on the New Yorker Landau that Buick left off on the Electra Limited. They're not big things, but without them, the New Yorker Landau would be just a little less satisfying. Let me offer a few examples. A power deck lid release, an electric rear window defroster, automatic power door locks, and electronic speed control. They are all standard on New Yorker Landau.
None of them are things that would make or break a sale, but put them all together and you can see how Chrysler approaches luxury. On Electra Limited, these features are all extra cost options. That's Buick's approach to luxury.
Step inside the 1989 New Yorker Landau and everything a luxury car buyer expects is here. That's because Chrysler designers and engineers designed this model to be a total car. For example, New Yorker Landau offers 2 exterior mirrors, and both feature standard power remote control, and both are electrically heated. Buick Electra Limited also includes 2 exterior mirrors, but only the driver's side is remote controlled, and there's no heat or power feature. Other details left out on Buick Electra Limited, but part of the New Yorker Landau total car concept include the driver and passenger vanity mirrors, and seat back pockets for handy stowage. Again, not a big deal by itself, but you can see how all these features are starting to add up. The Buick comes standard with an analog design instrument panel. On the other hand, New Yorker Landau comes standard with an electronic instrument cluster. That's not even available on Electra Limited. Here again, the difference is the Chrysler approach to personal luxury. It has been totally thought out. They've paid attention to details to make the complete New Yorker Landau experience completely satisfying.
From front to rear, inside and out, New Yorker Landau includes the high standard feature content that luxury buyers want. Let's review the list once more. There's a power remote deck lid release, a rear window defroster, automatic power door locks, electronic speed control, dual power remote heated mirrors, driver and passenger vanity mirrors, seat back pockets, and electronic instrumentation. That's quite a list.
And all of these features either cost extra on Electra Limited or are simply not available. Now, that's the difference between a complete car and a not-so-complete car.
That's the difference between Chrysler New Yorker Landau and Buick Electra Limited. Large luxury car buyers want solid performance, and that's what they'll get from both the New Yorker Landau and Electra.
Electra is powered by a V6 engine with sequential port fuel injection.
New Yorker Landau's power plant is also a fuel-injected V6, and both the Buick and Chrysler have 4-speed automatics.
That's true, but it's not the whole story.
A major selling advantage is Chrysler's Ultra Drive transaxle, the most advanced design available today. engineering innovation has always been a Chrysler hallmark.
And where Buick warranties their Electra limited powertrain design for 3 years or 50,000 miles, New Yorker Landau comes out ahead once again with a full 7 years or 70,000 miles. As you can see, the New Yorker Landau features superior basic car and powertrain coverage. But even better, the Landau's coverage has no deductible for the life of the Crystal Key warranty, compared to the $100 deductible after 1 year or 12,000 miles for the Buick Electra Limited.
In summary, the New Yorker Landau powertrain has a distinct advantage over the Electra, with features like the ultra-drive 4-speed transaxle and significantly longer warranty coverage.
Again, New Yorker Landau comes to market with the complete car philosophy, while the Electra follows, well, something of an incomplete philosophy.
Chrysler's roots in the luxury market run deep. And while the New Yorker Landau is a relatively recent entry into this segment, it's clear that this is an automobile where the traditions of luxury, size, and comfort have not been forgotten.
And here we have a competitor with its own tradition, the Mercury Grand Marquis LS. A Grand Marquis LS is positioned well into the conservative and practical areas of the market. New Yorker Landau is situated at the opposite end of the chart, with the buying public perceiving it as more distinctive and expressive.
Clearly, these two vehicles differ in the kind of luxury car buyer they typically attract. Yet there will always be a significant number of buyers who won't be at all concerned with these subtle marketing nuances.
They want a big, powerful, stylish, and luxuriously appointed automobile. And after we've compared these two vehicles, there won't be any question that New Yorker Landau offers more of what these buyers want.
Select the subject that you'd like to review, or take the Mercury Grand Marquis Challenge to test your knowledge. Please make your selection.
Would you like to take Mercury Grand Marquis Challenge now, or move on and view another informative segment? Please make your selection. The challenge didn't cover the entire program. Review any parts you missed now. Mercury Grand Marquis LS takes a traditional approach to large car design. It looks big, feels big. It is big. The exterior lines are not what you'd call sleek. They're rather bulky. In fact, the word tank keeps coming to mind. The image is not at all contemporary. It's more, well, weighty, for lack of a better term. The Grand Marquis' approach seems to say that there are people out there who want a big car to look like a big car.
If that's the case, then Mercury has succeeded in fulfilling those buyers' needs. Grand Marquis is 20 inches longer than New Yorker Landau. Its wheelbase is 10 inches longer. It's 9 inches wider overall and 2 inches taller than New Yorker Landau.
Now, it seems big because it is big. In fact, it's not just bigger, it's heavier. More than 400 pounds heavier when compared to the fully equipped New Yorker Landau. Add on the optional Grand Marquis LS equipment that New Yorker Landau includes as standard, and this car gets even heavier.
In comparison, New Yorker Landau lines are contemporary, sleek, and light. Make no mistake, New Yorker Landau definitely qualifies for the large car segment, but it is also definitely not overbearing or ponderous. And as a result of its leaner design, New Yorker Landau handling is more agile and decisive than Grand Marquis.
Grand Marquis LS has a significantly larger trunk with 5.9 cubic feet of additional cargo space.
No argument there, but where bigger is really better, as in corrosion warranty coverage, New Yorker Landau clearly outweighs Grand Marquis LS, with up to a full year of additional protection.
Well then, let's review what we've seen so far. Mercury Grand Marquis LS is significantly larger in all of its exterior dimensions than New Yorker Landau. This may appeal to a certain kind of buyer, but to many, the Mercury may seem to be just too tank-like, even if it does have a much larger trunk. And that size not only affects the appearance of the Grand Marquis LS, but its handling and practicality as well.
Then there's the New Yorker Landau. Its exterior is leaner, and the handling is as streamlined as the exterior line suggests. On top of that, New Yorker Landau has superior corrosion warranty protection.
And while there'll always be some who prefer the grand proportions of vehicles like the Grand Marquis LS, A growing number of luxury car buyers want the kind of sleek elegance that the New Yorker Landau offers. A Grand Marquis LS is almost as big on the inside as it is on the outside. In fact, Mercury advertises that this interior is bigger than those on 99% of today's automobiles. In fact, several key interior dimensions are clearly superior to those on New Yorker Landau. Though up front, New Yorker Landau offers about a half-inch more headroom, the Mercury provides an inch more legroom, 5.5 inches more shoulder room, and over 6 inches more hip room.
That may very well be true, but it's not just the size of the interior that matters in a luxury car.
It's clear that Chrysler interiors put real meaning into the words personal luxury. The New Yorker Landau surrounds occupants with the kind of luxury that comes from thoughtful attention to detail. That includes items that come standard on New Yorker Landau, but cost extra on Grand Marquis LS. Things like New Yorker Landau's power deck lid release, electric rear window defroster, tilt steering, automatic power door locks, electronic speed control, and electronic instrument cluster. The electronic instrument cluster isn't even available on the Mercury. Both New Yorker Landau and Grand Marquis LS offer dual remote control power mirrors, but New Yorker Landau provides the added convenience of electrically heated mirrors. New Yorker Landau's standard travel trip computer offers useful traveling information to occupants. A similar feature cost extra on Grand Marquis LS.
In review, the Grand Marquis LS has a significantly larger interior, but that's about where its advantages end. New Yorker Landau provides a significantly greater number of standard features, which cost extra on Grand Marquis.
These include a power deck lid release, rear window defroster, tilt steering, automatic power door locks, electronic speed control, electronic instrumentation, heated mirrors, and a trip computer.
For the luxury car shopper, the message is clear. Bigger isn't always better. The Grand Marquis' larger and more powerful 5-liter V8 may appear to be an advantage over New Yorker Landau's 3-liter V6, but with the extra weight Grand Marquis hauls around, it needs a V8.
New Yorker Landau does just fine without it. Both cars feature 4-speed automatics, but New Yorker Landau goes further by featuring the smooth-shifting ultra-drive 4-speed automatic transaxle and the traction benefits of front-wheel drive.
New Yorker Landau also offers optional anti-lock brakes, which aren't available at any price on Grand Marquis.
New Yorker Landau also provides superior powertrain warranty coverage, 7 years or 70,000 miles versus 6 years or 60,000 miles on the Grand Marquis.
As you can see, the New Yorker Landau features superior basic car and powertrain coverage. So, in summary, the Grand Marquis' larger and more powerful V8 engine may seem to be an advantage. But much of that power is used up to move the greater bulk of the Mercury. Both vehicles have 4-speed automatics, but the New Yorker Landau offers the state-of-the-art ultra-drive design and delivers excellent traction with its front-wheel drive configuration.
The New Yorker Landau also offers optional anti-lock braking, a feature not even available in the Grand Marquis.
And finally, there's New Yorker Landau's superior powertrain warranty. With all of these advantages, New Yorker Landau will be the car of choice for an increasing number of luxury-oriented buyers.
The 3-liter V6 engine, manufactured by Mitsubishi Motors Corporation, features multi-point electronic fuel injection and also provides both increased horsepower and torque output this year for more impressive acceleration and trailer towing applications. The 3-liter is a 60-degree cast iron block with overhead camshafts. Multi-point electronic fuel injection combined with the redesigned intake manifold means 173 pounds-foot of torque at 2,400 RPM and 142 horsepower at 5,000 RPM. That adds up to surprising acceleration and passing performance, as well as increased towing capacity.
The Chrysler Bosch ABS3 anti-lock four-wheel disc braking system helps reduce the possibility of a skid on dry, wet, or slippery road surfaces, even where vehicles with normal braking systems might lose control. The system incorporates power-assisted four-wheel disc brakes, an anti-lock electronic control unit, wheel speed sensors, an electronic motor-driven hydraulic pump, an accumulator, a hydraulic booster, and an anti-lock warning light. In potentially hazardous braking situations, such as on wet, slippery pavement, for example, the anti-lock computer uses the wheel speed information from each wheel speed sensor to provide the exact brake pressure required for sure, straight stops, regardless of pavement conditions. While no braking system can eliminate skidding, this system reduces the possibility of a skid occurring due to brake lockup. The new anti-lock braking system uses state-of-the-art technology to help provide sure, straight stops for Chrysler New Yorker and New Yorker Landau. An all-new electronically controlled 4-speed automatic transaxle, available exclusively with the 3-liter EFI V6 engine, provides smooth shift qualities, plus improved fuel economy and smooth response for the life of the transaxle. The transaxle provides 4 forward ratios: 2.84, 1.57, 1.0, and an overdrive 0.69 ratio with a torque converter lockup in 4th gear to help eliminate slippage. The shift quadrant has 6 positions: park, Extensive anti-corrosion treatments help protect all 1989 Chrysler-Plymouth domestic-built vehicles. Even before it's formed into body panels, the metal in every North American-built vehicle is specially coated to protect against corrosion. Corrosion-resistant galvanized and galvannealed steel is used extensively for many body panels. Still other panels are coated with corrosion-resistant zinc-rich primer. When assembled, each body is thoroughly cleaned and also coated with special corrosion-resistant chemicals. Many vehicles also receive a tough, durable protective urethane coating over the lower body side panels to help resist stone chip damage. And to help protect against exterior cosmetic corrosion, most North American-built vehicles also receive a brilliant clear coat of tough acrylic enamel applied directly over the wet color coat. This coating helps resist abrasion, weathering, and chemicals more effectively than single-stage paint, and also provides a higher gloss.